Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Once again, I thank everyone for joining Bhakti Sanga Japa conference call today. Let us move to our next session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. May I know who all have joined this morning?
हरे कृष्ण सुंदरांगी राधा माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम शिला प्रभुपाद की जय गुरु महाराज की जय प्रीतिदास फ्रॉम शार्लोट हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna, Priti Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day and giving your sweet association to us. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi, Radha Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinatya Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Thank you so much, Mataji, for giving me the opportunity. Welcome to the call. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Radha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Shama Gauri Devidasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna, Syama Gauri Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Thank you so much, Mataji, for giving us this platform, Bhakti Sanga Japa group. Thank you so much, Mataji. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Sundarangi Radha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, and all the glories to the assembled devotees. This is Manjri Leela Devi Dasi from Cincinnati, Ohio. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Manjari Lila Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day, and thank you so much for your beautiful chanting, Mataji. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devidasi.
Hare Krishna, Yasumati Priya Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Radha Mataji. Go ahead, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Radha Mataji. This is Sukakar Krishna Das from Chennai. And I pray to all the devotees that, you please bless all of you. And my best wishes to all of you. And all goes to Srila Prabhupada and all the devotees of Bhakti Sanga is Golok Vrindavana of Goloka. Hare Krishna.
Hare Bol. Hare Krishna, Sukhakar Krishna Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to all your services. And thank you so much, Prabhu, for wishing, for praying for all of us. Thank you so much, Prabhu. We all need your blessings. Thank you. All
Hare
glories
Krishna
to
Mataji,
all
Radha
your
Krishna
wonderful
Matil
services.
Radha Krishna Matil Astu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol. Welcome to the call, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Radha Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharajis. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Raleigh.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day and giving your sweet association to us. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Sundarangi Radha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to assembled devotees. This is Mohin Lakshmi from Detroit.
Hare Krishna, Mohin Lakshmi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your sweet association to us. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Radha Mataji, my humble obeisances to you and all assembled devotees, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. This is Param Bhavani Shama Devi Dasi from Baltimore, Maryland. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Param Pavani Syama Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Shri Gurus and Gauranga. Thank you so much, Mataji, for your all wonderful services. And thank you so much for joining the Bhakti Sanga Japa conference call today. Thank you so much, Mataji. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Welcome to Bhakti Sanga Japa conference call. Today we are so fortunate to have His Grace Samik Rishi Prabhuji to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 13th chapter and text number 32. Before handovering the call to Prabhuji, I would like to request Param Pavani Syama Mataji to give a brief introduction about Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji. Please take over the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear Sundarangi Radha Mataji. Thank you for the opportunity of this service. Our today's speaker, His Grace Samik Rishi Prabhu, is a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. Being a doctor by profession, he has done immense services to the devotee community and served the society by donating for lots of projects. For example, he donated the deities in the Philadelphia temple, and he made 3,000 temple units that serve as an altar in the villages. He also served as temple president. He also served as temple president in ISKCON, New Jersey for 15 years. He is known for his simplicity and humility. He is now an initiating guru in ISKCON. Here was a very brief introduction for our today's speaker, His Grace Samik Rishi Prabhuji. Handing over the call to you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you so much for the brief introduction about Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining the call and enlightening us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. And today's topic is 7th canto, 13th chapter and sloka number 32. Now I will hand over the call to you, Prabhu. Whenever you are free, please take over the call. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, you are muted, Prabhu.
Is it okay? Can you hear now?
Yes, Prabhuji. Sure. Yes, thank you.
You can
Hare
hear,
Krishna.
right? Okay, Hare Krishna. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Tishtare Om Agyante Mirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश ईरूपं सागरजातं सगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते सप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये नमो महावदान्नाय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतुषे नमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नस्तप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोकैर्भक्तिर्भवति नैस्तिकी ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय गौर भक्त वृंद की जय तो as announced, we will be reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 13. The title of this chapter is The Behavior of a Perfect Person. Text number 32. Pashyami dhaninam klesham lubdhanam ajitatmanam mayadalabdva nidranam sarvato abhivishankitanam. The Brahman continued, I am actually seeing how a rich man who is a victim of his senses is very greedy to accumulate wealth and therefore suffers from insomnia due to fear from all sides, despite his wealth and opulence. So, this Brahman, this is Avanti Brahman, and this is a discussion between Prahlad Maharaj and Narad Muni, and they are discussing, uh, and Narad Muni is telling all this, all these things about the behavior of a perfect person. Brahman was, Narad Muni continued, and so that was the saintly person, and he was, when Prahlad Maharaj questioned Narad Muni, uh, uh, so please tell us more about this. This Brahman, and Brahman is telling all these verses. So the Brahman is telling that how a rich man that is victim of his senses. See, our senses, we have to please the senses of Krishna, not our own senses. And this body does not belong to really us. This body is giving, so we could fulfill our last some desires. But in human form of life, we are only meant to serve Krishna, to please Krishna, to become his servant, or save the Jivara Swarupa Krishna Arnitada. So eternally we should become a servant of Krishna and serve him. And by pleasing him, automatically our senses would be happy. There is no other way to make us happy. Everybody thinks that I am the body. That is the greatest problem because of this agyanta, or not knowing who we are. We indulge in our thoughts by our mind that let me just enjoy my senses and I will be happy. But that never comes. We have seen in the whole world and from history, you could see whether it is Ravana or Hiranyakashipu, who had everything at his disposal. Even the Kal would be would fear from Hiranyakashipu, and he could enjoy anything, but it's still because his son denied his thoughts that I am God, you worship me as God. And that's why even he wanted to kill his own son. These are the talks of even Satyu. And another, so one thing is greediness, that is one. Name, fame, profit, adoration, distinction. These are also makes you very greedy. That is also greed for all these things. And another part is, unless we understand that we are meant for Krishna, we are Krishna's servant. We have to, just by seeing the history, just by pleasing our senses, we can never be happy. So those things are, that has been given here, that people who accumulate a lot of wealth, they think that wealth will make them happy. That never happens. But there are many other problems. They suffer from insomnia. They have to take drugs. When they take the drugs, when they wake up, they are again hanging, and they don't feel good. They are in anxiety, lot of anxiety because of the, so wealth, opulence, name, fame, prestige does not make them happy, but it makes them more and more miserable. So what to be done? You earn, that is not denied, and only earn for Krishna. Krishna, put Krishna in the center. So this is the verdict of all the Shastra. Hare Krishna. Can you hear well?
Yes, Prabhuji, hear you well. Yes. We can.
Okay, as long as you can hear, that's fine. I will continue. So verdict of all the Shastra that is telling us that we are son of Krishna. We could enjoy all his property when we please him. If we don't please him, then because of our so many material desires, we have to remain in the material world and suffer tremendously in so many species of life. So we will read the purport. Greedy capitalists accumulate wealth under so many miserable conditions. The result being that because they collect money by questionable means, their minds are always agitated. Thus, they are unable to sleep at night, and they have to take pills for mental tranquility to invite sleep. And sometimes even the pills are a failure. They don't work. As it is continuously, they get addicted to those pills, and that does not work. Consequently, the result of having accumulated money by so much labor is certainly not happiness, but only distress. What is the value of acquiring a comfortable position if one's mind is always disturbed? The outside you may have all comfortable, but inside you are always disturbed and you can't sleep, you are in anxiety, you are in depression, you become mad and mad after money, you are fighting with your family members and abuse you, the people don't like you. So there are in Bhagavatam, there are 15 dosha, 15 drawbacks of having too much money or filthy rich. But if one just simply serves Krishna, simply serves, even if they are very, very poor, does not mean Bhagavan. Krishna does not need any of your wealth. If you could please him, then you will be happy. And that is the lesson we get from that we should not be greedy. We should be satisfied with what our arrangement by Krishna, by our karma. It comes in our way. Utilize it properly in Krishna's service, because everything Isha Vashyam Idam Sarvam Yat Kena Jagatyam Jagat Tena Tyaktena Bhunjita Magarada Tasya Svidadhanam. So this is the verse from mantra 1, that is from the Ishopanishad. That everything animated and inanimate that is within the universe is controlled and owned by the Lord. One should therefore accept only those things necessary for himself which are set aside as his quota, and one should not accept other things knowing well to whom they belong. So everything belongs to Krishna. And so this is Aparusha. This is scriptures are written, is Upanishad and all the 108 Upanishads by Vyasadeva, who is an incarnation or literary incarnation or Shakta Avatar of Lord Krishna. And we cannot know by ourselves correct things in the material world because of the four defects that anybody is to commit mistakes. To err is human. We are subject to illusion. I mean, thinking that a rope is a snake. So we are an illusion, or a tree may be a ghost. Cheating others, that is also, and the senses are imperfect. Because of this, we cannot make our own decision. It should be depending on descending way, coming from Krishna, and Krishna is telling about these things. So Ishopanishad is part of Yajurveda. So we should be intelligent enough to know, but for the Lord, no one is proprietor of anything. One should accept those things that are set aside by the Lord as his quota. You may say, what is my quota? Whatever is needed to survive, keeping the body and soul together, that is your quota. If there is excess money because of your previous karma, use it to serve Krishna. So because everything is to, just like if there is a bag of rice, then birds would come and take their quota, means whatever is their hunger, they will fill their belly and go away. They would not. But if the human being comes, he will take the whole bag, steal it. So this is the for anything. All the things in the house and everything is made by Krishna's energy, earth, water, fire, air, ether. These are all. So human beings are not meant to quarrel like cats and dogs, but they should see that things belong to Krishna and let me use it for service of Krishna. Rishikesha, Rishikena, Sivanam, Bhakti Uttama. Uttam Bhakti is using everything for service of Krishna, using our senses for service of Krishna. So the sin that is in having, that is disobedience to the laws of the nature. The laws of nature through disregarding the proprietorship of the Lord. Lord is the proprietor. Isha Vashyam Idam Saram. Disobedience is to the laws of the nature or the order of the Lord brings ruin to a human being. If one is sober, knows the laws of nature, and is not influenced by unnecessary attachment or aversion, he is sure to be recognized by the Lord, and he is sure to become eligible to go back home, back to Godhead and his eternal home. We are on the bridge and trying to be happy on the bridge, and trying to make our home and being happy, but that is not possible. So, greedy capitalists accumulate the wealth under so many miserable conditions. The result of being that because they collect money by questionable means, their minds are always agitated. Thus, they are unable to sleep. We read that. What is the value of acquiring a comfortable position if mind is always disturbed? So Narottam Das Thakur is being singing Sansara Vishayanale Diba Dishiya Jale Jodai na Kaino Upai. I'm suffering from the poisonous effect of material enjoyment. Thus my heart is always burning and is almost on the verge of failure. The result of a greedy capitalist, unnecessary accumulation of wealth is that he must suffer from a blazing fire of anxiety and always be concerned. Al- Always be concerned with how to save his money and invest it properly to get more and more. Such a life is certainly not very happy, but because of the spell of the illusory energy, materialistic persons engage in such activity. Means they earn some money, then how to use the money to make more money and invest in sometimes bad investment, and each, uh, many cheaters are there who want to take that money away. There was a little story. There was a man who was very greedy, so he approached to a rich man or government, and they told that, yes, you want land, we will give the land, but you have to run all the way as much as you could run, and then come back to the same point where you started by evening time. So he ran with so much effort, so much, you know, just running like a madman. And oh, I will have so many acres of land. Let me run, let me run, let me run. So he ran. He got so much tired. Then he thought it is evening is coming, and if I don't come back, I won't get anything. So he ran back again. His muscles were aching. His stomach was aching. Head was so much spinning, and so he came to the area back again from where he started. Then he collapsed there. And by getting collapsed there at that place, then ultimately he did not wake up, he died. So he wanted hundreds of acres of land, but he did not got. He only could sleep in just 5 foot of the land. So that is the way of practically everybody. So if it is by laws of nature, if it is there to come, he will get it. But still, even that money does not belong to him. Even if he did some piety or pious activity in the past life and getting money more than what he requires, and one should not spend furthering from more than what it is necessary to keep the body and soul together, or at least be happy, offer to Krishna. So everything belongs to Krishna. Make temples for, if you have a lot of money, make temples for Krishna. Give prasadam to the poor people, but in a proper way. And in this way, we don't get entangled with defects of the money. So the result of greedy capitalist unnecessarily accumulation of wealth is that he must suffer from a blazing fire of anxiety and always be concerned with how to save his money and invest it properly to get more and more. Such a life is certainly not very happy. But because of the spell of the illusory energy, materialistic people engage in such activities. As far as our Krishna consciousness movement is concerned, we are getting money naturally by the grace of God, by selling our literature. This literature is not sold for our sense gratification. To spread the Krishna consciousness movement, we need so many things. And Krishna is therefore supplying us the requisite money to advance this mission. So we see from the history of Srila Prabhupada that he took 40 rupees, had nothing except 200 copies of Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 3 volumes. And he little bit sold. By grace of say Lord, he could become the greatest or wealthiest person in the whole world. But he never thought that it is mine. He never thought attachment. He says, if I get $1 million today, I will spend it by this evening. So he was not attached to the money. He did not want to invest the money for again more and more to get. So greediness was not there. He had started some incense business or some book selling, and naturally temples need money, land to run the temple. And so he, in such a way that he was not attached to this thing, he never attached to his name, fame, but he was using everything and thinking that it is my Guru Maharaj's grace that I could do it, and give credit to his disciples also for doing so much service to him without any like salary or anything. One time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was going to see Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, so he met. Then the king was asking that so many people are following, he must be a prophet or he must be God himself, because I give so much salary, but still they don't listen to me. But many people were willing to give up their life for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or even for Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati or Srila Prabhupada also. So that, so who is greater, that king Hussain Shah, or Srila Prabhupada, or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is God. There are many followers, and so if we follow in his footsteps, one will get whatever is needed. None of the temple or none of the brahmachari or sannyasi are remaining hungry. They get their all the required things. So this is the literature selling or selling other things, or running the temple and spending for so many festivals. That is legitimate. That is Krishna. When Krishna shows us, like Lord Ramchandra came and there was so much decoration of Ayodhya and so many lamps, and same thing for Janmashtami time. But that is for glorification of the Lord, not for glorification of the temple president or for the congregation. It is for all for Krishna. And to spread that, more people would be affected and they will join Krishna consciousness movement and make their life perfect. To spread the Krishna consciousness movement, we need so many things, and Krishna is therefore supplying us the requisite money to advance this mission. The mission of Krishna is to spread Krishna consciousness all over the world, and for this purpose, we naturally must have sufficient money. Therefore, according to the advice of Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhupada, we should not give up attachment to money that can spread the Krishna consciousness movement. Oh, I'm a sannyasi, or I renounce, I should not take this money from anybody. But that is a Phalgu Vairagya. One time in Vrindavan, some rich man wanted to give a silver swing for the deities, and then devotees, they refuse. Oh, it is Maya, we should not take it. And Prabhupada scolded them like anything. And this is the verse that he told later on from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. That the money should be used for spreading Krishna consciousness movement. Srila Rupa Goswami says in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Prapanchikataya buddhya hari sambandhi vastuna mumukshibhi parityago vairagyam phalgu uchyate. When persons eager to achieve liberation, they renounce things which are related to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Though they are material, this is called incomplete renunciation. Means even if their things are material, they should take it. Building larger temples, somebody is donating different land, different thing, but use it all for Krishna, not for your own senses. And otherwise, if they renounce that, I renounce this, but nothing belongs to you. So what you are renouncing? There is a renouncement. Nothing belongs to you, and you are not renouncing. It belongs to Krishna. Use it, take it, and use it for Krishna. If say some money is lying down, there is some gold is lying down, and then you are, oh, it is gold, it is Maya, I don't use it. The other person then he puts. So, but seeing this, that this belongs to this money or gold belong to, so there is some owner that he missed there. So you find the owner and give it to him. That is the right thing. But here everything it is owned by Krishna. Isha Vachyam Idam Sarvam. So use everything for Krishna service to make him happy. And because we are his part and parcel, we will be happy also. Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe Yuktam Vairagya Uchyate. So next verse, money that can help in spreading Krishna consciousness movement is not a part of material world, and we should not give it up thinking that it's a material. So Rupa Goswami is also advising in the same Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Anasaktasya Vishayan Yatharham Upayunjata Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe Yuktam Vairagyam Uchyate. When one is not attached to anything, but at the same time accepts everything in relation to Krishna, one is rightly situated above possessiveness. This is Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1 to 255. Money is undoubtedly coming in great quantities, but we should not be attached to this money for sense gratification. Every cent should be spent for spreading the Krishna consciousness movement, not for sense gratification. So that is important part, that everything, Ms. Prabhupada, sometimes the devotees would go and take a taxi, like for making life membership in Bombay. And then, so when they are doing that, then Prabhupada would ask, how much did you bring? Prabhupada, very little. How much did you spend? It's almost double, triple in going. He says that is not proper. That will deplete whatever sources we have, and we need so much money to build the temples. So he said that you take a rickshaw or you go by another means, not taking a rented car and use that. So, and he used to write for every penny, he used to write in his previous thing. One time his key got lost and he said that all GBC. So everything has to be protected, should be managed properly. The money should be managed properly, should be accounted for properly, and use it in a proper way to serve Krishna and the people who come to the temple. So we should have a proper facilities for them. For prasadam, for nice clean bathrooms, nice clean temple. So there are so many different things that could be seen. It's not a corporation business. It is not a corporation, but it is should be utilized as if it belongs to the corporation head is Krishna, and should be used for everything for him. There is danger for a preacher when he receives great quantities of money, or as he spends even a single cent of the collection for his personal sense gratification, he becomes a fallen victim. So that is very important part. It's what the story I told, that Prabhupada, that it should not be for your comfort, but it should be for reaching Krishna consciousness, spreading Krishna consciousness. More and more people take to Krishna consciousness, thinking that it is a very honest, and people are renounced, people are not using for themselves, and it's not exploitation of the funds. People donate sometimes big amount, sometimes small amount, but everything should be utilized for Krishna. The preachers of the Krishna consciousness movement should be extremely careful not to misuse the immense quantities of money needed to spread this movement. Let us not make this money the cause of our distress. It should be used for Krishna, and that will cause our eternal happiness. So people are looking for happiness, and so do not think that this is Maya, so much money, but Maya should be utilized for Krishna. Maya means Lakshmi. We should not separate from Narayan or Krishna. Just like Ravan did, he stole Sita to enjoy, forgetting about Lord Ram. So that would not work. Lakshmi is Chanchala, and she will go to her husband, Narayan, and so they will lose everything. Not only like profit, but they would become so much miserable by keeping this money. And Lakshmi, Jesus, like Ravan's whole dynasty of Asuras, they died up just because they did not accept Lal Ram, but they wanted to enjoy Sita Devi. And there are many, many instances like this. So money is Lakshmi, or the goddess of fortune, the companion of Narayan. Lakshmi ji must always remain with Narayan, and then there need to be no fear of degradation. So it should be all used for Krishna service. In the human society, there should not be like lamentation and hankering. That is always there. That you lament whatever you have, you lose, and hanker are what you do not have. But this money would bring so much illusion, fear, anger, attachment, power, unnecessary labor, because people have to work very hard to accumulate the money. The original cause of all this is the desire for unnecessary prestige, money, accumulation. So if we give the desire, see like Kholavecha. There are many histories in this. Kholavecha Sridhar was a very, very poor man. He was just selling banana leaves and banana, some banana trunk that they could make some sabji of their banana gourd. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would always go and tease with him and buy, oh, you are charging too much money, and because he wants to play with his devotees. And so he will give, okay, you take it, and he will make vegetable. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself would eat that vegetable with a great relish. And even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he had he shown that whatever is there worshipable Lord, and he asked Prahlad, I'm very happy with you, ask whatever you want. And he said, well, Lord, I do not want anything, I'm very happy with whatever I possess, only I want that I could see you and you jiggle with me, you quarrel with me for the banana, and I supply you with all these things. So he did not ask any opulence, he could have given anything. He asked him, will you take the kingdom of whole Indra post or kingdom of Indra or Inja, any amount of wealth that even Kuber do not have it, you could have it, but he refused. He did not want. Prahlad Maharaj, similar example. And Prahlad Maharaj, that you ask for any boon, but Prahlad Maharaj refused that just forgive my father, and my desire would never be for any enjoy things of the material world to enjoy. But anyway, nonetheless, Lord Narsingh Dev gave him the kingdom that you rule over, because he wanted to establish the kingdom where there is a devotee. Same thing, Lord. So devotee is a must, that he should be serving Krishna. And basically, we are all devotees, but now we are covered up by so many desires, material desires. If you desire to serve Krishna, that is not wrong. But if you desire to enjoy your senses, then we get caught up into the material world. So atyahara means, so we should not accumulate too much money. There is many defects, and we will talk about those things. अत्याहार प्रायश्चित्य प्रजल्पो नियमाग्रह जन संघर्ष लौल्यम च षड्भिर भक्तिर विनश्यति. Atyahar, collecting too much money, eating more than necessary, or collecting more funds than necessary, and being greedy for the mundane achievements. They are also not, that we should not achieve reading too many books, that is reading, seeing so many knowing, accumulating too much knowledge, which has nothing to do with the elevation of the soul. Then those are not necessary. Just like there is two examples of bee and python. Bee Vrati, two sex. So these are the two spiritual excellent teachers that this Brahman is telling. And so they were asking that, how did you become so brilliant, and you are enjoying and you are very happy, and stout also. He was petty also, that although you don't have any money. So from this bumblebee that I learned that to be unattached to accumulating money. Or although money is as good as honey, anyone can kill its honor and take it away. So this honey bee, they accumulate so much honey, and then somebody comes and then put some fire around that and some poisonous thing, then so many bees, they die also. And then they scrape up all the honey. And they don't have anything. If you have too much money, you would be harassed by government or thieves, or you would be killed by the enemies. In this age of Kali, it is said that in a state of protecting the money of the citizens, the government itself will take away the money in form of so many taxes, so many problems, so in so many ways that they will take. And they will make the last change. So this Brahman decided that he should not accumulate any money. One should own as much as he immediately needs. Not that I will have future for me or emergency, or it may be for my generations, son and grandson and great grandson. And so that is not really that he is Brahman. He is saying that it should not be what you need for tomorrow or for today, you just get it. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this Sanatana Goswami, he was traveling, then he had one servant, and then the servant had 8 gold coins for future use. When they went to an inn in Sarai, then what happened in Sarai, this man knew through the astrologer, through that if somebody has money, he will know beforehand. And this grass means innkeeper wanted to kill both of them when they came, because Sanatan Goswami knew that he's respecting so much grace because there is something that he will enjoy. So he asked his servant that, do you have anything? And although he had 8 gold coins, he said, I have 7 gold coins. He gave it to the shopkeeper and said that you please take it and get me out of this forest area. So send somebody. And he did it. He says that I knew beforehand and I would have killed you at night time. But you brought it yourself, but you are so nice. So you please, I will help you in getting out of this forest. And you could go away. And in the way, Sanatan Goswami got his brother-in-law. And brother-in-law, he seeing him in this form, like a mendicant, then he was crying, please stay here. And he gave him a very expensive blanket because it was a cold time. And so he had this expensive blanket. And when he went to see in Banaras, Sanatan Goswami met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Banaras, and they were there together for almost 2 months. And so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, anyway, he was looking always at this expensive blanket, that you are renounced, you are a sannyasi, and means a renowned person, and this does not seem good. So he understood. I mean, he was a very intelligent person. Sanatana Goswami, when he went to the riverside to take a bath, he saw some man has a corner quilt, and he exchanged it. That person who had a corner, that he is joking, but really, from inside also he never. It's complete renunciation. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does not give even a tinge of either attachment to something, or tinge of pride, or tinge of ahankar. So he does not leave in his devotees anything in this way. So one should own as much for immediate needs only, and not for keeping it for big enterprise or government use would be, or anyone, your own relatives, and then people have so much fighting between themselves from the family. Even people, when they have so much money, they do not even tell to wife or children also, because they think that they will take it away. In this way, one should learn detachment from the bumblebee. So this is, we talked about this bumblebee, that we should be detached and not attached to the accumulating so much honey, because others will take it away. One should learn from the python. What one should learn? So 2 people that I gave example is the guru. This Brahman said that these 2 are my guru. One is python and one is the bumblebee. And this another person had 24 gurus from the nature. He learned from them. It was the Tatre. But it says some Avdut. That one should stay in one place for many, many days without food, and then eat only if something comes in by its own way. Python. Thus the learned Brahman gave instruction gained from the 2 creatures, namely the bumblebee and the python. So python, bumblebee, these are all instructions for us, that renunciation is there, but how to renounce, for what purpose to renounce. So Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Hradeshe Arjuna Tishtati Brahmiyan Sarvabhutani Yantra Runani Maya. If we are sitting in a yantra machine, and that takes us to many, many places. So we take so many bodies. And that is moving us from one species to another one. So that is that we are just traveling, but that is not good. Anywhere you take different bodies and you forget about your past life and serving Krishna. So now you have Athato Brahma Jigyasa. Now you have this human form of life. So if you have your own form, so it is to serve Krishna. Now you have, so you understand about Brahma, means the Brahma Jyoti. Bahunam Janmanamante, Gyanvan Mam Prapadyate, Vasudeva Sarvamiti, the Mahatma Sudurlabha. That Vasudeva is everything. That kind of Mahatma is very, 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 very rare. The living entity, according to the material desires, receive different types of bodies. which are nothing but machines offered by material nature, according to the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. By the will of the Supreme, one must take different bodies with different means or lying down. Sometimes they lie down in different spaces, like ashes, they lie down on the ashes, the ash, and ash means the burned rock, they lie down. Some lie down on the stones, some lie down on the ground, just like the cows and animals, they lie down on the ground. And if you have too much money or king, then you lie down in a nice bed, nice comfortable bed. But they are all going away. They will not stay with you for all the time. One time, a king and the queen, and they were lying in a, and there was their maid servant. She made the bed nicely and very soft, and she never saw like that. And she thought the king's coming, and it will take time. So let me just lie down for a few minutes. She lied down, and because of the comfort and air conditioning, she fell asleep. And when the king, or he came and he chastised her, that he, I mean, not only that he removed him from his job, from her job, but he chastised her quite a bit. And then she said that it is given by Krishna to you, and you're lying. It is really meant for Krishna. Not that one should not sleep comfortably, but for service to Krishna. Not that you sleep and enjoy your senses. So in this way, means one time one daughter-in-law was serving her father-in-law, who was very, very rich. And then later on she said that what you are eating is stale, old. And he says, you just prepared how it is stale and old. So because you earned in the previous life, and that's why you are getting this now. But now you are not doing anything, not doing any piety, any pious activity, any donations are doing for Krishna. So what is the use of all your wealth? Similarly, one time Nanakji went to a rich man's house. He invited him to eat, and then he ate, and then and then he was going to see him off at the gate. And then he said that you have so many poles which has some flags. And he says, what is this? So he told him that each flag is like 10 crores of rupees. So I don't have to count in my treasury how much it is. So just by counting, and if there is 10 crores rupees, I put another pole. In this way, and he said that please bring me this pin from his turban when you go to the your next life. He says, I cannot even take my body or my pagadi, or how I could take your safety pin. So he said that why did you do so much of trouble and accumulating so much money, and for what? And it will keep you again in lower species. Sometimes there is a story of Kailash that you must have read about that. And that what happens, like people have so much money, and when they die, they are still attached to their previous things, what they were. So one man was almost dying, and he was trying to speak something. And when he was trying to speak, then they brought the doctors and spent some money that let him speak so he hear. And he says that, don't you see that one goat is eating the broom? And he was attached to the broom rather than thinking of Krishna. One time a merchant, so he is always thinking of how to make more and more money. And he would not give business to his children. His children thought that let us get a ticket and he could travel to different places. So when he went to Kashi, Banaras, then he saw that there is a fire is going on. There is many people are cremated there. So people were asking, there was a shortage of wood. People would ask, demand if there is any sandalwood. So when he came back home, he was just called all the children that rather than doing this business, don't you do the business of the sandalwood, and the people would buy at any price. So he, rather than giving away his mind, that he becomes sober, but he was always thinking of making more and more money, and even he went to the pilgrimage. So we take different bodies and could never be happy. So one should be Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sutta. Everything belongs to Vasudeva. And that kind of Mahatma is very, very rare. Vedesha Sarve Ahameva Vedya. So that by all the Vedas, I am to be known. And so we read scripture, and if that is scripture, if we read something different than the spiritual literature, we get entangled and enjoying like those people who are described. So we should, Krishna is saying clearly, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam. Give up all your religiosity. Just surrender unto me. So surrender is the main thing that one should apply. Means one should be dedicated to Krishna, and whatever is needed to serve him and to spread Krishna consciousness, one should do it. So sometimes people say it is good, it is bad. Nothing is good or bad. It is all in the mind. Good and bad lies in our mind. We may be elevated to higher planetary system, or it may be down. So it is all in the mind, good or bad. You may say that you have to suffer, but that is also in the mind. But if it in the mind we put Krishna, then naturally we will go back home and we will not have to suffer in duality. This duality should not be there. Duality in our work. So goal of life is to become free from elevation and degradation and take to Krishna consciousness. Saintly person does not discriminate between that which is supposedly good and supposedly bad. Rather, he desires for everyone to be happy in Krishna consciousness, which is the ultimate goal of life. So when we say Jive Daya, means give them Krishna consciousness. That is real Daya. Otherwise, if you are giving food for a year, 2 year, 10 year, but again, he has to go through the many cycles of birth again, and suffer in many more further cycles. But if you make him Krishna consciousness, in one stroke, he does not have to suffer again. He will go back home and enjoy with Krishna. That is what is necessary. So that is our goal of life, is to happy in Krishna consciousness. We do so many mental concoctions, and the karmis are always completely in illusion. The gyanis, so karmis are in illusion that we will enjoy in the higher planet. The gyanis are neither in illusion nor in positive knowledge, but the bhakti yogis, not any kind of yoga, but bhakti yogis are completely on the spiritual platform. So mamcha yoga vicharena bhakti yogena sevate sa gunan samtitetan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. That in brahma bhuta state, brahma bhuta prasannatma sochati na kankshati sama sarveshu bhuteshu mat bhaktim lavate. We have to think that everybody is equal because there is Paramatma. And then Brahma Bhuta, Brahman realization, you go to higher realization of Paramatma realization and to Bhagwan realization. And that is the complete realization. So material existence is like an illusion. Means it Maya. Maya means one which is not there. Ma means no, and Ya means this, which is not there. What is there? But it is like a reflection. Just like there is a tree, material world in 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, it is upside down tree, and you see the shadow only, and you cannot enjoy in the shadow. So it is temporarily. We should know that our real place is the upper spiritual kingdom. That's where we belong to. But we just try to enjoy this illusory reflection. Means everything is here in the material world, but it is a reflection, and you can't enjoy the reflection. So better to go and know about the higher place where we actually belong to. Dhyanavasthi tadgatina manasa pashyantim yogina yashantam na vidusur devaya tasmai nama. That so we meditate and we see Krishna, and then outside also by our effort, Krishna also come. This Guru Maharaj, when he finished with his end, Narayan came in front of him to show him where he had a darshan. He was asked whom. He says that I have got the diamond. Why I should ask you for broken pieces of glasses? So material world. So there is many drawbacks of. I am not saying you should not earn or you should not work or You work and earn as much as you can. Just like Prabhupada had so many businesses and earned, but he used it for Krishna service. Never felt it is mine. He used it, everything belongs to Krishna, and utilized it. And that should be the motto for every one of us, that if we just use for Krishna, and who is actually a devotee of Krishna, does not care about so-called public opinion, what they will think. Oh, he's a wretched man, he's so much studied and earning so much, and he lives like a poor poverty, wearing some kind of chadar and colored chadar. But let them just think anything. That is, so his father wanted his to be enjoyed and to enjoy and be diplomatic. His teachers also were trying to teach him, but he did not listen to all this because he had instruction from Narad Muni, and he was completely renounced the person. Renounce does not mean that you don't have a house or bed or anything. You have everything what is necessary, but not get attached to any of the things. You should attachment should be for Krishna and his service, and let if you Krishna, we are reflection, a part of Krishna. If Krishna is happy, we automatically become happy. There is no other formula. Kiva vipra kiva nyasi shudra kene nae jai Krishna tattvavetta say guru hai. You should have one who knows Krishna. He is the guru, and so there should be many gurus who could give this Krishna consciousness. So we don't have anything to really renounce. People think that I renounce this. You go to somebody's house, and think that it is mine. I renounce this house. But nothing belongs to us. Even if it is yours legally, material legally, but material legally is the earth. The people fight so much for money and earth and belonging to me, and for many years. Even Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj is still the case of the Bagh Bajar temple. It still is going on because his certain sannyasi disciples are fighting that it is my room, it is for me, Gurudev gave it to me. So we miss spending or even a further, Prabhupada does not like, and it should not be there. Any amount, whatever it may be. So proprietorship, Krishna means everybody that Krishna is the real proprietor. God is. So we should not be greedy that it is all mine. Whether it is a grass or subtle sense of gratification, both are gratification. Grass is grassly that you enjoy, and subtle means even in the mind, thinking that I'm renouncing, I'm a devotee, that also should not be there. So there could be people, sometimes, are the namesake, they serve Krishna. Oh, I will be number one, I will be number two. But that also should not be there. I do not mean that competition should not be there, but not, from inside you should feel that I'm serving Krishna. And that's why I'm doing and spreading or distributing books. And now it is a Christmas marathon. People are very busy in working so much for distributing more and more Bhagavad Gitas and books, and there are less number of Bhagavad Gita than what people have according to the percentage of the population. Quran and also Bible, but Bhagavad Gita in comparison, it's not even 10-15%. So one should distribute more and more Bhagavad Gita and literatures about Krishna consciousness. Everything belongs to Krishna. As I told you, Ishavashyam idam sarvam yat kena jagatyam jagat tena tyaktena bhunjitam agrada prashasvidodha. Abundant greed. Sense for identification with the money, that is a material thing, and everything would be taken away. If we are anchored on money and the stock market crash when there are so much, then you become so much miserable. More you higher up, then when you fall down, there is a great injury to you. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, na dhamna janam na sundarim kavitam va jagadisha kamaye mama janmani janmaneshware bhavatat bhakti rahe tuki tvai. There was one poor man and one very, very fatty man. The poor man was walking. This Prabhupada was pointing out. He had a big belly and very fatty, and he's running to reduce his belly and feel better. And there was another poor man nearby, lying there from hunger, and he is so much emaciated and shivering and such. And then see the difference. Is both his misery. He has so much, and his misery. He is miserable, and this man is miserable. So one should use his money to serve the humanity, serve prasad. That's why Prabhupada, when he saw many poor children in Mayapur, then he said that for 10 miles of the radius, there should not be hunger. He also said that you keep the door ready, everything. When any guest comes, you should supply him with food. Means chapati, puris, and some sabjiya, even halwa also. So that was his instruction. So people, they exploit, and we holding on for shallow things, which is going to go away. And in the animal kingdom, there is no problem. Even there are somebody's meat eaters or those, but Krishna is arranged for everything. Only human being out of 8.4 million species of life, only human being has to work very, very hard because they are greedy. And otherwise, by the arrangement, I mean, they say that there are enough roots and leaves and enough place, and so just breathing and living is not enough. But we should be using your breath for serving Krishna. So this material world is so much topsy-turvy. It is very, very difficult. There is enough in this world for every need of everyone, but there is not enough for the greed of everyone. Even if one person has everything, all the world's everything, all women, all wealth, all gold, all nice gardens, nice everything nice, but he would not be happy. He would like more. Just like Ravan wanted to go to another even planet, to go to the heavenly planet and let me enjoy. He had everything, but still that is the tendency. So passion for more and more. So we should bridge bridge the gap of how to use the money and how to earn the money. So like say, we want more, just there is a scratch. That is like a scratching. And when you scratch more and more, then it starts bleeding, infection. So this whole sense enjoyment is like itch. And if we stop itching and tolerate what is there, whatever is there, then gradually we will be, the itching, this will be finished. So we are victims of the greed. Like greed, there is so much pharmaceutical industry and many industries, and sometimes it's just a fake medicine. Many out of say 4, almost half of them would be fake medicines, or they would not put the proper ingredients. Like this Hiranyakashipu, he never looked inside, because he was ajitendriya, not jitendriya. But from outside, everybody would be afraid of him. But inside, he was so much himself was in anxiety and so much in depression, so much, oh, this boy does not listen to me. He should accept me as a God. And ultimately, he was killed. Ravan's whole dynasty was killed. So, no Drapyanti. Ajitendra could never be happy. He could never be happy. So, he is miserable. He was become miserable just by his own son. Greed should be abundant. Just jar, joru, jamin. Jar means joru and jamin. Jar is the gold and woman, and jar, joru, and go. So this is all should be, not that you have to abandon it. Use for service of Krishna. One may say that if everybody uses for building temples or Krishna service, Then, so you work, keep the Diti in your home, keep your mind to serving Krishna, serving humanity, serving not just humanity, but all the living beings, because all living beings are part and parcel of Krishna. So we should help them also, and in some way or another, you should distribute prasad. In olden days, it was such a nice thing. When you are eating, you put some small amount of food for the, you cook for dog, you put cook for some chapati should be there for cow, and in this way, for insects also even that okay, they should also eat. So we should nourish our mind and soul by process of Krishna consciousness. And in the teachings of Queen Kunti also, Ambarish Maharaj, and that renunciation. See, all these 6 Goswamis, they were very, very rich people, but they gave up everything, all their riches. They were staying not just underneath one tree to another tree to another. Why? They were satisfied inside. Their satisfaction is from Krishna, that they are pleasing Krishna and they are with Krishna. But otherwise, they were all Mandapati. Raghunath Das Goswami, his father, Majumdars, had so much wealth. And their wealth was counted in so much gold coins and in the bullock carts. Same thing with, they were like kings. Hoshen Shah, there was minister, revenue minister, Rupa and Sanatana Goswami. And Anupam was also serving there, in there. One who is a bhogi is a thief, but one who, so bhogi, if it is in relation to Krishna, you could offer to Krishna, just like Jagannath Puri, and they offer so many different kinds of, and one can take that as a prasad, as his mercy, but not that you become bhogi for material things. Yagyai Sankirtana Prai, main thing is Yajanti Swamedasa. That Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Pravijita Janayati Ashu Vairagyam Jnanam Chayat Ahetukam. So by Bhakti Yoga, you automatically get this renunciation, and that is Vairagya and knowledge also. You don't have to do separate endeavor, but by knowledge that Krishna is the Samam Bonam, he is the cause, then we surrender to him and use everything for his service. And that way you won't become. So I will just recapitulate with what we spoke, and there was also a story about the Brahman, and then how that we are talking that. And it talks about that stealing, that 15 kinds of durgun that comes automatically. When one becomes very much agitated by earning, receiving that, increase that, keep suraksha of that, of whatever you earn or whatever you have, and how to spend, and so it has so much severe labor, severe fear and anxiety and illusion is all there. And this stealing, hinsa, telling lies, duplicity, then when you have, you would like to have so much enjoyment, you become unnecessarily fighting with others, your own family members, other devotees, and काम, क्रोध, चिंता, दर्प, झगड़ा, fight, and satruta, avishwas. You won't trust to anybody. You'll get trust that somebody may take it. Nasha and all this meat eating, drinking, all the bad habits come if you accumulate wealth, not in relation to Krishna, but for your own sense enjoyment. This is the 15 kinds of durgun. That is Brahman. This is in 11th canto.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yeah, for
Oh,
some time you got frozen, but it's okay now. Hare Krishna.
Okay. So these 15 doshas are there, all kinds of bad qualities of having so much money. So one should have a money. Even people they fight with their brothers, sisters, all two brothers, all this because of the whatever division. So one should be very careful who gets what after the death, should write it properly, just like uh, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj did not write in his will who would be the next. And then there were fighting between the his disciples. Prabhupada also did not leave who would be the next person to lead. But anyway, he gave enough instruction, and if we follow that, then there would not be a problem. But people who are on the side are who are running the temples and who have the position, they should see it as if that all the people under them, they should be properly behaved, they should properly, not that he enjoys everything and then others they suffer because of that. Service to festival celebration, service to the devotee care, all should all be there in a proper way. So anyway, I will end here, and if there is any comments or questions, we could discuss that purpose of wealth. This is about this Brahman who was very fatty, and that's how this discussion started. That how come we, but all these things, everything, we should think that we are servant of Krishna. We are meant to serve Krishna. That way we can be happy. Any questions or comments we can discuss.
Hare Krishna, dear Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank you so much for a very enriching class, Prabhuji. So, like, the verse itself talks about greed, and you nicely mentioned like how greed cannot satisfy us. Like, if we greed for name, fame, designation, and all those things, there will be always fear and distress and insomnia. And you mentioned, you gave some example of like Hiranyakashipu and another like one person who reached to king, and king told that you run, and how much land you get, you that's yours. But finally he died because of his greed. And that's why you mentioned the remedy in Isavasya principle, that we should accept only our quota, knowing that everything belongs to Krishna, and we should utilize everything in Krishna's service. Like, and you also mentioned what is Polgu Vairagya and what is Yukta Vairagya. So utility is the key. So we should utilize everything in Krishna's service. And you mentioned like the examples of Srila Prabhupada, how he used to like walk or take rickshaw instead of renting a car. And also you talked about Prahlad Maharaj and Dhruva Maharaj and Kulavecha Sridhar. They didn't ask for opulence from Lord, although they had some chances to ask. And also you give the example of bumblebee versus python. Bumblebee accumulate a lot of honey, but in the end they are killed to get that honey. Their honey is taken away. But python, like the Avanti Brahmana, is like Ajagar Vritti, whatever comes, he accepts that. So yes, Prabhuji, it was so nice class and so much teachings, filled with teachings. Dear devotees, yes, Sukakar Krishna Prabhuji, can you go with your question, please? Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Parampari Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Samik Krishna Prabhuji, so nice to have you again. So Maharaj, that the 24 gurus, who are the 24 gurus which person must tell? Yeah.
It would be a long topic. It's all given.
Okay.
Dattatreya and prostitute and bumblebee and python and one girl ready to get married, and she had many bangles and suitors. So you should not have even two things. Just so anyway, that will take longer time. I have to offer arti. So if anybody has any other quick question, I would be happy to discuss. Okay.
And
Thank you, Maharaj.
Krishna. And Jolly Mataji, can you please go ahead with your question?
Jolly Gupta.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, sorry, actually. It was me, Radharam Das. We both joined, Anuradha and myself. Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dharma Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare
Thank
Krishna,
you.
Hare Krishna, Radha Prabhu.
Yeah,
Hare
thank
Krishna and
you.
Anuradha.
Thank you for the nice class, Maharaj. Very instructive. And Anuradha is also there. She joined from the
Yes,
other
yes.
line.
Hare Krishna Guru
Okay.
Maharaj, Danvat Pranam. Very nice
Hare
class.
Krishna.
Very,
Hare
very
Krishna,
nice
Shyama
lecture.
Prabhu. Thank you for
Maharaj.
giving me opportunity to speak.
Thank
It is
you.
applicable to everybody. It's
Yes.
not a topic that is just meant for one, but it is for everyone. That they should think how to utilize. I have Aarti to perform. Just 1 second. Hold on.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for the wonderful class. And very nice instruction and so many stories. Thank you so much. I think Prabhuji has to go. So we can end now.
Okay, Mataji, you can
Yeah,
offer.
I can. Anyway, if there is any questions, there is not that many people, so that's okay.
Yeah, I don't think anybody has any questions, Maharaj, now. So thank you so much for the wonderful class, Maharaj.
Anyway, Hare
we
Krishna. It would be.
we
Yes.
can offer our humble obeisances to Prabhuji. And
Vancha
Vancha
kalpatarubhesha
kalpatarubhesha kripa sindhubheva cha patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Jai Shri
Jai.
Prabhupada
Jai.
Srimad
Jai.
Bhagavatam
His
Jai.
Grace Samik Rishi Prabhuji ki
Jai
Jai.
ho!
Hari Bol. Hare
Nityananda,
Krishna.
Nityananda,
Gauranga.
Nityananda.
Jai Jai.